there, this is Tom Rogers with Palmer-Donavin on the HR department as a corporate recruiter, and I'm joined by Jenna Koenig in our marketing department. And today we're going to go through a presentation on LinkedIn, how people at your organization can use LinkedIn to either drive sales or to continue to create those relationships given our current situation. So with that, a few things we're going to cover in today's presentation, starting with the value of LinkedIn, kind of discuss how people are using it and how companies are getting value out of LinkedIn. Then we'll move into how to perfect your own individual profile. And from there, talk about how you can start to create some of your own content, how to share content, what kind of content is out there in general. And then finally, we will move into the future of LinkedIn and where we as a company see it heading, talk about Microsoft's integration and so on. With that, we'll go ahead and get started here. So what is LinkedIn? A lot of people tend to think it's just another job board like Indeed or Glassdoor, but really it is a lot more than that. So 610 million active users worldwide, 71% of business-to-business marketers using it as part of their advertising strategy. And then another kind of common misconception is that it's a platform for people that are younger, maybe millennials, or people that are more privy to technology. But actually 79% of users are over 35, which I was surprised to learn. Lastly, 30% of LinkedIn users are job seekers. So again, a majority of the people using LinkedIn are not using it to seek a job. It is the #1 content or platform content for business-to-business marketers. So you'll see there it's ahead of Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And interestingly, they did a study and found out that 57% of usage on LinkedIn is actually from a mobile device. Compare that to Facebook at 88%. Again, these are mostly business professionals that are using LinkedIn, and a lot of the time they are using it at their place of work on their laptop or desktop computer. 91% in a recent study of executives rated LinkedIn as their first choice for professionally relevant content. And it's actually rated higher than online news sites for most executives. So again, from a content standpoint, much better than Facebook or Instagram or Twitter for business professionals looking to learn more about their industry and network with their peers. Recently, this has been a great platform to see how companies are responding to the COVID-19 situation. So a lot of companies are posting their contingency plans and their company-wide communications on LinkedIn. And then companies are able to learn from one another and see some of the best practices. And I know that we have leveraged that as well. You think about what is the differentiator, why is LinkedIn more productive than the other social media sites? And it really comes down to their algorithm. It does an excellent job of kind of weeding out some of the fake news or the content that might not be productive for you in a business setting. As you set up your profile, you will be able to curate your news feed to kind of see some more relevant industry news. If we look at some of the industry leaders in our space, building materials and construction, there definitely are a few companies that stand out. Traditionally, you would think that kind of our industry is behind the curve on some of the innovative marketing practices, but we are seeing some companies really emerge as leaders in this space. And just to identify a few, we have 84 Lumber, Zealand Lumber, Harvey Building Product, and Sherwood Lumber, just as a few examples. And we use those examples. These are companies of size of the companies vary greatly. So small and large companies are starting to catch on and be leaders in this space. So as our business continues to evolve, we start to recognize our digital capabilities are growing, and Palmer-Donavin really is becoming a leader as far as social media is concerned. If you look at some of the content we're sharing, it is pretty consistent with the other leaders in this space.
Hi everybody, now we're going to talk a little bit about perfecting your profile. So you really want this to be the best version of yourself. It's not as casual as Facebook. It's a more professional platform to connect with people in your industry. As Tom mentioned, you'll read news, share ideas, opinions, and ultimately create and strengthen relationships with customers. So once you sign up and head to your profile, the first thing you'll start with is your profile picture. You want to be sure it's professional and recent, a presentable image of you in business attire and without others in your picture. You can see here what not to do to the right. So for those that don't have an image in mind, you may consider getting a professional headshot or find good lighting and have a friend or colleague take your picture for you. And in the meantime, just use something where you're facing the camera and it's appropriate for business. Next is your profile banner. So we have created a company banner that's available for our team, but you're going to want to show something related to your business. So images of what you sell or photography of your service. And to set it up, you'll do this part on your laptop. You'll save the file to your computer and simply click the edit button on the banner and upload the file. So you'll also want to be sure it's in the correct size and it's been formatted to fit properly. And you can find, the size that's appropriate as you're watching this. It changes sometimes from year to year. So you'll just want to see the appropriate pixel size for your banner. So as you start to build out your profile, you'll start by filling in your name using proper case, and then you'll fill out the information about your current job. And you'll want to be sure that you select your company's official profile as you start typing in the name. This helps for consistency for your brand and to make sure that the proper icon is showing up on everyone's profile that works at your company. It's also best practice to use your proper job title, the one that your company has given you. Again, this helps for search results and it keeps the data clean for folks who are searching within your company. You'll see an area where you can enter a headline. We've seen a wide array of what people are typing in here, and this is primarily what's shown near your name. So internally, we recommend our employees keep it simple with their job title at Palmer-Donavin. But again, all of this is searchable in the LinkedIn database, so you're going to use what makes sense for you in your industry. When you get into the description of your job, it's great to give the viewer a general description of what your company does and your primary responsibilities. So some people may have no idea what your company does or what you can do to help them. So you'll want to take this opportunity to sell to the customer. What can you guys do and what can you offer them that your competitors can't? You'll also include your accomplishments and awards, include any teams that you're on within your organization. Go ahead and add your special skills and projects that you've completed. You also have the availability to add video. Video content is king. Everyone loves watching video. And as a company, we have provided our team with a couple of videos that we recommend our employees use. Again, all of this is searchable in the database, so make sure you use something that really helps you, share your message with your customer. One other thing we just want to mention is as you're updating your profile, again, a lot of it can be done through the app on your phone, but we also just want to say that it's easiest to do it from your computer. So going into making connections, what LinkedIn is truly all about. When you start perusing, you'll see numbers near the names of users, and this is referencing the degree in which someone is connected to you. So first degree are those you are directly connected to because you accepted their invitation or they've accepted yours. Second degree are those connected to your first degree connections, and third degree are those connected to your second degree connections. You can connect with anyone on LinkedIn simply by selecting the connect button near their name. One way to start building your network is by selecting the My Network icon at the top. And this is going to show you who LinkedIn recommends you connect with by your work and school history. But Tom is also going to show you how you can actively use the tool and search for others using the search bar.
Yeah, so as Jenna mentioned, use an example here. We're going to look up a company that we do business with, Contract Lumber. And if you were an outside sales rep doing business with Contract Lumber, you can actually look up their company page, and then you can filter and find people that work there, any jobs they're posting, any content they've come out with. So for this example, we are going to find connections of the first or second degree that work at Contract Lumber. And this is a list of all the employees. So there, I just, as an example, connected with Jim Holloway, who's the CFO there at Contract Lumber. And you can do this with any of your customers, vendors, and so on. It's a really helpful place to start as you start to build out your network. And as Jenna mentioned, we do recommend that you connect with colleagues that, potentially that you might not know. This isn't Facebook or other social media sites where it's more intimate. This is an opportunity to really connect with anyone in your industry, regardless of how close you are with them. Additionally, we talked about Microsoft and their purchase of LinkedIn. So in 2016, Microsoft purchased LinkedIn for $26 billion, which shows the kind of investment they were willing to make. And they've continued to integrate LinkedIn into other programs that they own. So for this example, I'll show you one of their integrations with Outlook. And again, this works actually with people in your network and external users as well. So if you look at an email I received from Stephanie Kuntz in our marketing department, when I hover over her profile, her LinkedIn is actually attached to her Outlook page. And again, you can do this for external users as well. So if someone sends you an email or a message and you're not sure who they are, you can actually find their LinkedIn, see your mutual connections, see their education, their job experiences. So that's really helpful as you start to field messages from people outside of your organization.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit about interacting with our posts or your company's posts. Along with others, our company will share news and articles, pictures of our people, promotions, videos, and information about upcoming events. And our goal is to share content that engages customers and vendors, employees, and even potential employees. For us, we want to show a piece of our culture through what we're sharing to attract new employees. And we want to lift our coworkers up when they're doing great things and help get them in the spotlight. So today's algorithm on LinkedIn is heavily weighted on likes within the first 2 hours of the post. So if you are the one sharing content at your company, you'll want to encourage your employees to help support your efforts by engaging with your content, again, within that first 2-hour time frame. Engaging with posts simply just means liking or applauding or commenting or sharing. But it's interesting to note again that with LinkedIn, you're going to get many more views and you're going to help support your company and your colleagues' content by liking it. Along with your company's content, it's also great practice to engage with and interact with your customers' posts to help show them some support, or create your own and offer your opinion on news happening in the industry. And then Tom is going to also share with you how you can join industry discussion.
Yeah, so we talked about some of the best practices for curating your news feed. And one great way to do that is to join discussion groups. And so for this example, we searched building material sales, and a few groups popped up, construction building materials, professionals group. These are great opportunities to get on, share content, and interact with other professionals in our industry. So if you hop on one of these groups, you'll see people talking about trends, issues they're facing in the field, and so on, government regulations, really you name it. So if you have any issues you're facing or are more curious to learn more about your industry, you can hop on these groups and start to interact with that content. And again, the LinkedIn algorithm is going to pick up on the kinds of content that you're interacting with, and over time will develop and curate a more productive news feed for you. Again, you don't actually have to only join discussion groups for your profession. You can also follow news sources, even sports, really anything you're interested in, and start to engage with others on the community discussion board. So as we look at what's next for us, we really want to set up our outside sales team and really set up our entire employee base with LinkedIn and have them interacting with our customers, our vendors, and all of our stakeholders. So there obviously is an app that you can download on your phone to be mobile. And then we provided employees with 15 tips to master LinkedIn. And really a lot of this content is going to be relevant for any user. Additionally, you might seek out your marketing department and see if they have any materials, again, like the banner picture, or maybe an opportunity for a professional headshot. So I would definitely recommend people get with their marketing departments and see what kind of content they're pushing and how you can interact with that on your personal page. But with that, we just want to thank you for your time. Jenna and I are available for questions. Our contact information will be included with this presentation. So if you have any questions from setup or how to create content or interact with content, we would absolutely be happy to field any questions.